You were sitting there, Jamari. You heard my question. On that play, is that something that normally DBs are allowed to get away with, or was that just an inadvertent bump? Or
Me personally, I just feel like he just made a good play. I feel like that comes with a lot of film study, and they saw it the week prior, so I feel like he just made a play and he just knocked me off the route. And you know, we didn't want to end in a pick six, but he just made a play on the ball, and it's football, so.
For both of you guys, kind of asking the coaches about it too, but just after, riding a high of a good start to the season, having that loss, what do you feel like you guys have learned from that, and what do you kind of want to take from that, and, to get back into winning against Duke?
Um, Losing, that's a feeling that we don't like. It puts a bad taste in our mouth, and so we just try to move on from it. Focus on Duke right now as a team. So, we just took that L and moved on from it, and hopefully we'll end up this week with a W.
Yeah, like he said, losing, we don't like that feeling. So just moving forward, we just got to do everything in our preparation to not have that same feeling again.
Guess what? For both of you, what was last week like? What's a bye week like when you lose because you kind of stewing and the way it was? And Jamar, I know you probably were used it to get healthy, but what was it like for both of you guys to go through it and not have a game?
It's for the bye week for us, we probably just did like a lot of self evaluation, a lot of film study. Saw what we did last week, mistakes we made last week, and make sure that we didn't make them, this upcoming week. Paid a lot of attention to detail during practice. Just picked up some better practice habits that can carry on into the game.
Yeah, we just took the bye week, to try to get healthy and try to get that extra step on Duke and just take that time to evaluate what we did the first 7 games and try to get better going forward.
For both of you, you have a week off. Are you watching a game like UNC Virginia and thinking about how that might impact where you guys are at in the standings and moving forward?
Not necessarily. I watched the Duke game. I watched the Duke and Florida State game because I know we had to play them. But nah, I didn't really watch UNC and Virginia to see where we were going to be because we don't play UNC. We play Virginia in a couple of weeks, but we just focus on Duke right now, taking it one game at a time.
Yeah, I was mainly focused on the Duke Florida State game just because that's who we play this week. So I just wanted to see how they players was and what different things they do to try to get us ready for this week.
Jamari Duke's coming in as one of the best, pass defenses in the country. When you look at them on film, what makes them so difficult for guys like yourselves to make the big plays?
They're disciplined. They got a veteran. They got a veteran defense. They do a lot of different things. They disguise the defense pretty well. Against Florida State, they got some good corners they can tackle. Safety's coming downhill. I feel like this would be a good challenge for us, and we know that this is going to be like one of the best defenses that we've already, one of the best defenses that we've seen this season. So I feel like that's why this bye weekend this week is critical for us to go in, pay attention to details, and just work on the small things.
TJ, you said you watched the game Saturday. How much other Duke film have you watched, and kind of what's the difference? What impresses you about Riley Leonard, and what's the difference between him and the backup and what they do when each one's out there?
I took last week, to watch a lot of Duke film. Probably what's the difference between Riley Leonard and a backup is he just has more experience and he looks like he's more comfortable in that system. So we have to take time this week to look at both quarterbacks because we don't know who we're gonna get. But I definitely took a lot of time last week watching Duke.
Jamari, talk about playing through the injury. How does it feel, and how what did it limit you doing against Pitt?
I mean, I don't want to just blame my hand for a lot of stuff because I mean it's football, and you got to play through a lot of the injuries. So, I mean, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. I just get a lot of treatment before and after practice, but I'll be fine for this week.
There was a story this weekend that the average starter in big time college football gets $103,000 from NIL. Does that number sound plausible? And is Louisville up to speed?
I don't know.
I mean,
probably for different programs. Different programs have different star players. Some players are projected to get $4 million, $5 million, $2 million. So, I mean, it can go either way, I guess. I don't really try to pay attention to NIL. I'm in the season right now, so I just focus on the games.
Yeah, like you said, I ain't really too focused on the NIL right now. You ball on the field, that's gonna come. So we can talk about it at the end of the season.